How's it going, everybody? Thanks for making it to day 2, homeschool learning. All right, let's check out what we're going to be learning today. So today, on our table of contents, we're going to be cruising on to comparing multi-digit whole numbers. Comparing multi-digit numbers. Page 5. Alright, so today you can see that we have a total of 10 problems. And remember, if you do not have the packet, you can always pause this video before we start the problem, work it out on scratch paper, and then check your work as I go over them with you. Alright, so let's read the directions for number 1 through 6. Write the symbol that makes each statement true. Use a greater than, less than, or equal to sign for each of these. Alright, so let's look at number 1. And remember, the easiest way to compare numbers is to stack those numbers on top of each other. Alright, so we're comparing 23,230 to 2,323. Alright, to save a little time here, I'm just going to go ahead and copy this number. And we will put this number and line up our places. Now we can see that our ones place are lined up, our tens, our hundreds, and our thousands. Alright, so when comparing numbers, we always start on the furthest numbers to the left. And you can see we have a 10,000 here, but we have nothing here. If it makes it feel better, put that 0 there, you know. And then we can see that these two, our 10,000 numbers are different, and we can see that the 2 is larger. So 23,230 is greater than 2,323. Alright, let's cruise on to number 2. We have 33,003 compared to 33,030. Alright, so let's go ahead and copy this number. Let's slide it over. We can see that our ones place are lined up, our tens, our hundreds, our thousands, and our 10,000s. Alright, so remember, always start on your furthest number to the left, which is our 10,000s place, and these are the same, so we cannot compare these. We next move to our thousands place. These are also the same, so we do not compare these. We next move to the hundreds place, and these are the same as well, so we do not compare these. And then we move to our tens place. And you can see there is a difference in these two numbers. So this is where we will compare these two numbers. And our 3 is larger. So then 33,003 is less than 33,030 because the 3 in the tens place is larger than the 0 in the tens place. Alright, let's move on to number 3. Alright, this time we are comparing 9,999 to 10,000. Alright, so let's go ahead and stack these numbers. So make sure that we line our places up. Our ones place, tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s. So remember, you start all the way over on your 10,000s place, and you can see that there is no 10,000s place here, and there is a 10,000s place here. So that is the number we compare, and the 1 is larger. So 9,999 is less than 10,000 because the 1 in the 10,000s place is greater than the 0 in the 10,000s place here. Alright, let's move on to number 4. Number 4. Alright, this time we are comparing 40,404 to 40,040. Alright, so let's stack our numbers on top of each other. Alright, you start all the way over here on the 10,000s place, and you can see those are the same, so cross those out. We next go to the thousands place. They are the same, so cross those out. And then finally we move to the hundreds place, and you can see that the 4 is larger than the 0, so circle that 4 just so we know that that's larger. And then we can say that 40,404 is greater than 40,040 because the 4 in the hundreds place is greater than the 0 in the hundreds place. Alright, now let's compare 52,177 to 52,771. First thing we'll do is we'll line our places up. You can see that our ones place, tens, hundreds, our commas, thousands, and 10,000. So first we started our digits to the furthest to the left, and you can see that our 10,000s place are exactly the same. Cross them out. We next move to the thousands place, and we can see that these two digits are the same, so cross them out. We then move to the hundreds place, and there is a difference. So these are the two numbers that we compare, and we can see that our 7 is greater. Circle that number. So then I know that 52,177 is less than 52,771 because the 7 in the hundreds place is greater than the 1 in the hundreds place. And then finally we look at number 6. 421,073 compared to 412,730. Alright, so let's go ahead and line our places up. Our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and 100,000s. Alright, so we started our 100,000s place, and you can see those two digits are the same. Cross them out. We next move to our 10,000s place. You can see these are different, and the 2 is larger than the 1, so my 2 is the greater number. So 421,073 is greater than 412,730 because the 2 in the 10,000s place is greater than the 1 in the 10,000s place. Alright, let's read the directions for number 7. Circle all the numbers that are less than 78,265. Alright, so the first thing we do is we stack this number on top of every one of these numbers. So I'm going to save a little time, pause the video, and I'll be back in just a second. Now that all my numbers are stacked on top of each other, I always start on the digit furthest to the left, and each one of these numbers has a 10,000s in them, so we'll start at the 10,000s place. So this very first one, we can see that the 10,000s place are the same, the thousands place are the same, and you can see that the 2 is larger than the 0. So I know, and we're looking for numbers that are less than 78,265. So this number is less, 78,000, because the 0 in the hundreds place is less than the 2 in the hundreds place. Let's move on to the next one. We can see that the 10,000s place are the same, so cross those out. And then we look at the thousands place, and we can see that the 9 is larger than the 8 in the thousands place. So 79,000 is greater than 78,265. So that will not work. Move on to the next one. The 7s and the 10,000s are the same. And the 8 is larger than the 0 in the thousands place. So I know I will circle the 8 in the thousands place, cross out my 10,000s, and I know that 70,000 is going to be less than 78,265 because the 0 in the thousands place is less than the 8 in the thousands place. So that meets our criteria. Alright, let's cruise on to the next one. We start in the 10,000s, and the 8 is larger than the 7. So 80,000 is larger than 78,265. So that would not work for this one. Move on to the next one. The 10,000s are the same, cross them out. The thousands are the same, cross them out. The hundreds place are the same, cross them out. We will compare the tens place, and I can see that my 6 is greater than my 0. So I know that 78,265 is greater than 78,200 because the 6 in the tens place is greater than the 0 in the tens place. So this would not work for our problem. And And then finally, we look at our last numbers. The 10,000s are the same, cross them out. The thousands are the same. And then the hundreds are different. My 3 is greater than my 2. So that would also not work for here because 78,300 is greater than 78,265 because the 3 in the hundreds place is greater than the 2 in the hundreds place. And we're looking for numbers that are less. So the numbers that are less are 78,000, 70,000, and that is it. All right, number 8. Circle all the numbers that are less than 45,763. So the first thing you're going to do is take this number and stack them on top of all of these numbers, and then we can compare the place values. Now that all of our numbers are stacked on top of each other, they all have 10,000, so we'll start at the 10,000s place. They're the same here, so go ahead and cross those out. And then move to your thousands place. You can see that the 6 is larger than the 5, so 46,000 is greater than 45,763, but we're looking for less. So that does not work. All right, go to our next one. We can see that our 10,000s place are the same. Cross them out. You can see that your thousands is greater than, the 5 is greater than the 0 in the thousands place. So then 40,000 is less than 45,763. So that does meet our criteria. The next one, we look at the 10,000s place, and those are the numbers we'll compare since they're different, and the 5 is greater than the 4. So 50,000 is greater than 45,763. So that does not meet our criteria, so cross it out. All right, we'll cruise on to the next one. We can see that our 10,000s place are the same, our thousands place are the same, our hundreds place are the same, our tens place are different, and the 6 is greater than the 0. So 45,700 is less than 45,763 because the 6 is greater than the 0. So that does work. All right, move on to the next one. We can see our 10,000s place are the same, our thousands are the same, and our hundreds place are different. So we compare those. The 8's larger than the 7. So 45,800 is greater than 45,763. So that does not meet our criteria. And then finally, we look at our last one. Our 10,000s place are the same, our thousands place are the same, and then we see that our hundreds are different, and our 7 is larger than our 0. So we know that 45,000 is less than 45,763 because the 7 in the hundreds place is greater than the 0 in the hundreds place. So that does meet our criteria. All right, let's move on to number 9. All right, number 9, circle all the numbers that are greater. So this time we're looking for greater than 108,427. So let me go ahead and stack all of these numbers. Stack this number on top of all of these numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this number 9 up, and I will not be doing number 10. There is a time limit on my YouTube channel. So let's look at the 100,000s are the same, 10,000s, thousands. The 4 is greater. So we're looking for numbers that are greater than 108,427. This will not work. All right, 100,000 same, 10,000s, thousands, hundreds. The 2 is larger than the 0 in the tens place. This one will not work. The 100,000s, 10,000s, 1,000s, and you can see that the 5 is greater than the 4 in the hundreds, so this one will work. 100,000s are the same, 10,000s are the same, and then the thousands are different. The 9 is larger than the 8, so this one will be larger. 100,000s, 10,000s, thousands, hundreds, and you can see that the 3 is larger than the 2 in the tens place, so this one will also work. All right, the 100,000s, 10,000s, thousands, hundreds, tens, and then the 1s are different, so the 7 is greater, so this one will not work. All right, guys, appreciate everybody watching my video today. Good luck on everything, and keep working hard. I'm proud of each and every one of you. Take care, guys.